Every day life's happening. Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not Agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, March the 21st. I want to introduce you to Shelia Robertson from MU Children's Hospital.
Hi.
Good to have you here.
Thank you for
Shelia.
having me.
You've got a lot to talk about. This is Poison Prevention Week.
Is
that right?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have a whole month for poison prevention. We have a week for poison prevention.
We're going to focus on it for the week, yes.
Yeah, mainly with kids or with everyone?
I'm going to be specifically talking about poison prevention with kids.
Yeah, and there are so many things around the house that can be deadly for kids that we may not, as adults, really think about.
Right.
But you want to draw some attention to that.
Definitely. The main thing is just to make sure you keep all medications and hazardous materials up and out of the reach of children. The Poison Prevention Center gets lots and lots of calls, mostly because kids are getting into medications that they shouldn't be getting into. And most of those calls are because they got into their grandparents' medication. So there's a big concern with that. Anytime grandparents come to visit, a lot of times they don't have a place to put their purse that's up high.
Right.
They're just going to set it on the
and
floor.
they put the purse on the floor, they put the purse on the bed, and here the kids are in there getting in that purse. Mm-hmm. And these child-resistant caps, I think, are more adult-resistant than they are child-resistant.
You're right. And so what do the elderly do? They put them in little pill pouches or something of that sort, some kind of container that isn't the original container to make it easy for them.
Yeah.
But it's also very easy for children to get into, and that's where a lot of the dangers happen.
How many calls would you say in a year that Poison Prevention Center receives because of kids getting into medication?
I don't remember what the number is. I remember looking at the number and thinking that is so incredibly high, and we've got to be able to do something about that. So the first step is just to make sure that all of those medications are kept in the original container, hopefully a child-proof container if you have children in the house, and make sure that all those medications are out of the reach of kids. You know, put them up high, maybe in a locked cabinet if you can, and also with other hazardous materials. So cleaning supplies, laundry pods, those are very popular now.
What?
Those laundry pods, they're swirly and colorful and look like candy. Kids are very interested in those.
Yeah, and kids could just get them and pop them in their mouth.
Right, and that causes very, very serious complications when that happens.
Or bleach.
Bleach, yes. Bleach would be a terrible thing as well.
If you don't have kids normally running around the house and then you have kids come in, you're not really thinking of that because you've got your cleaning supplies down in a cabinet that for your convenience, you just open it up, you take them out, and you clean.
Right.
But when you've got kids coming in, you really need to put a little thought up here and either take those out of a cabinet that can be opened easily and put them somewhere else.
Exactly. Yes, that's important. It's also important that everybody has the poison prevention number programmed into their phone or right by the phone. Hopefully you never need to call that number, but if you ever do need to, you don't want to have to think, what is the number? So we encourage everybody to program that into their phone or have it close by. And that number is 1-800-222-1222. So it's a very easy number to remember, but if you're in a panic mode, you may not think about it. So if you're
listening to us right now and you've got your cell phone, just program it in there. What is it? Give it to us again.
1-800.
Okay, 1-800.
222.
222.
1222.
1222.
Yes.
Okay.
Another concern, these are kind of rising concerns, so things are changing. You know, we're always making things a little bit easier for people, so that's kind of with the laundry pods, how that came about. People are kind of trending into this vapor cigarette thing now. Instead of smoking cigarettes, they're vaping. Well, the liquid nicotine that they put into these vapor cigarettes a lot of times tastes like candy. They have candy apple and blueberry and all these different flavors. So those also can look like candy, and kids want to get into that, but just a tiny little drop of that can be deadly.
I wasn't even aware of that. We're just about out of time, but tell us about the Safe Kids Day.
So Safe Kids Day is coming up. It'll be April 29th at the Hearns Fieldhouse from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a free event. We'll be talking about poison prevention along with automotive safety, bike safety. We'll give away a lot of free stuff, free food, free entertainment. It's a really fun day, but it also brings the focus to injury prevention.
Okay, so it's Safe Kids Day on April the
29th
at
the Hearns Fieldhouse.
Okay. Got it. And everybody is invited. It's free of charge.
Yes.
Years ago, I remember we used to do it in the lobby of the University Hospital.
Yes, we did.
In the lobby of the and used to turn it into a madhouse there.
Yes, it did.
All right. Thank you so much, Sheila.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to find out about Science on Tap. And I want to introduce you to Jacqueline Gamboa. Did I pronounce it right? Gamboa. Okay. Good to have you here. Science on Tap. And you're dealing with what with Science on Tap?
It's DNA damage and magnets, if you want to think about it.
Okay, DNA damage and magnets. Now,
Yes.
if you're not familiar with what Science on Tap is, this is a monthly feature, right?
Correct.
That is put on by graduate students.
By graduate students from the University of Missouri.
And you pick a different topic every month, and
Generally, it's about our research, and we talk for about 20 minutes, and it's open to everyone, and we try to put it to LA audience so that everyone can understand it.
And the reason it's called Science on Tap is because of the location that you have.
Correct, and it's a craft beer cellar. Thus the name Science on Tap.
Science on Tap. Okay, so you can go in, Science on Tap, and you can listen to what they have to say, and then you stay afterward for questions and answers, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so DNA damage. Explain what you're talking about.
So in my lab, we work with what is known as DNA crosslinks. So picture a magnet on our refrigerator, and you can take the magnet on and off as much as you want.
Right, you take the magnet off, and then you put it back on, and it sticks to the refrigerator, keep going back and forth.
So you can do that all the time. That's how the two strands of DNA work. They can separate.
That's how the what?
The two strands.
The two strands of DNA. That's how they work. Okay.
They can separate and come back together.
Yeah.
Now, if I take one of those magnets, put a drop of super glue, and stick it back onto the fridge,
it won't come off.
It won't come off. That's what crosslinks do to DNA. They prevent from the two strands from separating and can cause the cell to die or other bad trickling effects.
So that's the damaged DNA.
That's the damage that we're studying, we see crosslinks in some chemotherapy drugs work this way. They form crosslinks, and that's why the cancer cells die. Recently, though, it's been suggested that naturally occurring crosslinks are one of the reasons why we age. And so we're interested in those.
So you may be able to come up with some anti-aging.
We're not quite there yet, but we're trying to understand that.
We're not going to have it ready next week, but maybe sometime in the future.
Yes.
But if you're interested in this, Science on Tap, what's the date?
It's on Wednesday, March 22nd.
That's tomorrow, okay? Science on Tap, everybody is invited to attend. It'll be rather interesting. Thank you, Jacqueline, for coming by today.
Thanks.
We're out of time. Tomorrow, Jack Schultz will be here. We're doing more science.